One player's celebration almost put a goat in the hospital. Another's got him fined over $200,000. Another's got him a lifetime ban from his own country. These are banned celebrations in football. And Adebayor didn't just mess with the fans. His celebration also put someone in the hospital. See, back in 2009, Adebayor just made his transfer from Arsenal to Man City. But he didn't leave on good terms. He was bullied away by his coach and the fans. So when both teams were up against each other, it got heated. Arsenal fans were singing, "Your mother is and your father watches elephants," as Adebayor walked onto the field. Now that got under his skin. So when he netted the 3-1, he had a special celebration planned for the Arsenal fans.
It's played again by Mark Clattenburg. Short right, Phillips, Adebayor! Well, that is the moment that he has dreamt of.
Fans were throwing everything they could at him. They even injured a steward who needed emergency medical treatment on the pitch. The striker received a yellow card, a 3-match suspension, and a £25,000 fine. But disrespecting fans like this? That's nothing. We're just getting started. Because Nicolas Anelka's celebration was so disrespectful, it got him the highest fine in football at the time, and even the club fired him for it. See, back in 2014, the French striker was playing for West Brom in the Premier League.
Anelka, go to running off to the right. So too is Berkovic. Oh, this is terrific. And it's better than that.
He signed up on a free transfer during the summer of 2013, hoping to save the club from relegation to the second league. But the striker's time at the club can only be described as a massive disappointment that we all want to forget about. Things really escalated on December 28th when Anelka did this. You would think he was doing a weird pose, right? No big deal. But that pose is actually called the Quenelle gesture, and it's beyond offensive. It's a Nazi salute with a strong anti-Jewish meaning. Everyone was talking about this disgraceful move from Anelka, and newspapers all over the world wrote about it. The Football Association handed him a 5-match ban and an £80,000 fine. On top of that, West Brom didn't want to be associated with the 35-year-old anymore and immediately kicked him from the club. But at least they didn't assault an animal? Yeah, this is going to be a weird one. Anthony Ujah is a Nigerian striker who played for the Germany Cologne team in 2015. He wasn't the most successful striker, since he often missed relatively easy chances to score. So when he finally found the net and scored a 4-1 against Frankfurt, it got to his head. What the heck? What was he thinking? Not only animal lovers, but basically everyone with common sense got heated after seeing this. But quickly after, Anthony apologized and visited the club's mascot. Luckily, they became friends again. But that can't be said for Robbie Fowler and the Everton supporters. Because Fowler did something so outrageous in 1999, people still talk about it to this day. You see, Fowler was playing for one of Everton's biggest rivals, Liverpool. Blue fans hated the 20-year-old striker for consistently scoring against their team, so they did everything they could to get under his skin. He quickly became the target for unfounded allegations of drug taking, which really affected Fowler and his family. So when he scored a penalty against Everton, he got down on all fours and
I'm not sure that's the most sensible of celebrations from Robbie Fowler, but he's enjoying the moment.
Yeah. I don't think that one needs any explanation. My man received a ton of criticism and was hit with a 4-match ban and a £32,000 fine. But Fowler doesn't feel one bit of regret. I used to get absolutely mullered by Everton fans, so I was always going to do it. I knew what I was doing, I didn't care. It was a chance to wind them up after all the abuse they'd given me. But that's verbal abuse. I want to remind you guys of one of the most bizarre incidents ever seen in English football. Newcastle manager Pardew was up against Hull, and it seemed like an easy game for United as they were up 1-3. So everyone was shocked when Pardew physically attacked David Mailer.
Oh dear, dear, dear. It's a yellow card for David Mailer, but I don't think Pardew has got away with it just yet. He's been sent off. Pardew sent off.
I can't believe he pulled his Adon. He immediately was sent off, got a 7-game ban and a £60,000 fine for the Football Association, and on top of that, also a £100,000 fine from his own club. Now I understand this goal celebration from David Mailer a few weeks later.
It's 2. Mailer leads the celebrations, including a reference to the headbutt by Pardew on this ground.
But be honest, a headbutt isn't as disrespectful as what Yorgos Katidis did, cause that got him banned from football for life. It was supposed to be a regular game between Athens and Veria back in 2013. For most of the game, it seemed like they were going to settle with 1 point each, until Katidis had one last chance.
Κορδέρο, το σουτ, η μπάλα κοντράρει, γκολ! Από το Κατίδη νομίζω σε αυτόν κοντράρισε η μπάλα.
Holy sh... I'm speechless. The salute turned the whole world against him. It escalated so far that the Greek national team even banned him for life.
But how could he have thought that that was going to play well?
No, I don't know how he doesn't know. I guess they don't have History Channel in Greece where you see Hitler all day, every day.
But this is not something that he's just unaware of or something that happened 10,000 years ago. This is still a very active part in some cultures in Europe. So you can't tell me for a second that he didn't know what he was doing.
Someone who also got close to a lifetime ban from his national team is Vucinic, because what he did should only be allowed on TV after midnight. The captain and striker from Montenegro was up against Switzerland in a qualifying game for the Euro 2012 tournament. The odds weren't in his favor, as Switzerland had a better team on paper, but Vucinic shocked everyone when he netted in the 67th minute.
It's the Montenegro captain.
Wait, what? Okay, I can't believe he did that. What's even crazier is that he only got a yellow card for it, and then did it again in 2013 when he played for Juventus. He reminds me of Super Mario, who did something so wild that people made millions from selling that merchandise. It was common knowledge that the Italian striker had an insane life on and off the pitch.
Beautifully timed run, Balotelli to make it 2. Are you kidding? Balotelli. And he's getting booed for this.
So nobody was surprised when he almost burned down his £3 million mansion the night before Manchester Derby versus United. Crazy Mario and a friend thought it would be a good idea to set off dozens of fireworks in his first-floor bathroom, which resulted in over £400,000 in damages. But hey, despite having his house evacuated, Mario was in the starting squad the next day against United. So to compensate for the incident, he had to bring his A game.
Balotelli! The t-shirt says it all. Why always him?
Ha! My man went viral within minutes, and that shirt became instant hype. But the story behind it is even better.
Mario pulled me on one side in the morning and said he wanted me to print something up on his compression shirt for the game. I said, well, you can't print anything that's controversial, you can't print anything that's going to be offensive to the United fans or anybody really. He thought for a minute or two and then he came out with one or two things and I said, no Mario, no, I don't think that's appropriate. And then it was him actually who just came out with it, out of the blue. He just said, what about why always me?
What a bizarre story, right? But not as bizarre as the time Mourinho was secretly recorded by a journalist, which led to a hilarious celebration from Samuel Eto'o. See, Mourinho had an interview with a French TV channel and thought they weren't ready to record yet, but damn, he was wrong.
Eto'o va de mieux en mieux, je dirais, quand même. Il est mieux qu'au début, en tout cas. Non?
32 ans, peut-être 35, je ne sais pas.
The Portuguese coach really did him dirty there. For a second, it seemed like the kind of incident that could cause a rift between them. But luckily, the striker from Cameroon took it like a champ. And if you think this video is crazy, then you'll be shocked when you see the craziest goals in Premier League history. Click that video right here.